Not too bad, but anyway. Hello, guys!
Hello.
Hi! My name is David Vincent, and yes, I'm extremely loud. For those of you who don't know, I'm a voice actor based out of Los Angeles. I'm going to be super annoying right now, and I'm going to ask all you guys that are sitting back there, come on up. If you just scoot up, come up a little bit closer, and that way it can be a little bit more intimate, because I'm farsighted, and I can't see that far, and I want to see your faces. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely. Again, my name is David Vincent. I'm a voice actor. I'm based out of Los Angeles. Some of the stuff that you may know me from, video game work. I'm the voice of Richard in Tales of Graces. Yes! And I am also the voice of martial law in the Tekken series, which actually I was a huge fan of before I ever even landed the role. And then T-Hawk in Street Fighter, also Raymond Vester in Resident Evil Revelations. In addition, I'm also Jin Kisaragi and Hakumen in the Blaze Blue series. And as far as anime, some of the credits that you would recognize, did anybody here watch Code Geass?
Yes.
Woo! I did the voice for Li Shinkang in Code Geass. And then in, let's see, what else? I don't have a Wikipedia full of. Of course, Grimjow, Jagger Jack in the series Bleach. And then Vaughn. Did anybody here see Gunsword?
Yes! Yes. My favorite anime ever.
Oh, you know what? It's mine too.
It's so good in the original, and I love your voice.
Oh, thank you so much. Honestly, it was one of my favorite projects, and it didn't get a ton of play out there. And it's such a good series. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend seeing it. It's called Gunsword, or Gun X Sword, however you want to pronounce it. But it's a super fun series, and I do the lead character Vaughn in Gunsword. I've also got a new series coming up. Go ahead.
Did you ever try putting condiments on your food like that?
You know, that's a great question. One of the things, the things about this character is he's a very melancholy character. The whole series he talks like this, Vaughn of the Dawn. And one of the fun caveats about him is that he loves his condiments. He'll order a gourmet steak and just ruin it with putting every single condiment there is in existence on his steak. And so he's a very quiet, very melancholy guy until he doses it up. Damn, that's good! And gets really excited about his condiments. What was the other? I was going to tell you guys about a new anime series that I have coming out. And it's actually coming out now, and it is called Fate Zero. It's the prequel to the Fate Stay Night series. In Fate Stay Night, I did a voice for the character Assassin. And in the new series, I am doing Archer / Gilgamesh in the series, which is a fantastic series. Honestly, it's one of the most beautifully animated series that I think I've ever worked on. And the storyline is phenomenal. So if you haven't had a chance to see that, check that out. I think it's Neon Alley. Do you guys get that up here?
Yep.
Okay, so I think it's
the PS Network.
Okay, is that what it is? Yep. Okay, so I think it's coming out, now. So you can start watching episodes now. Super fun anime, and really got a great cast. Crispin Freeman is in there with me, and my character has a lot of banter with him, so I enjoyed enticing and giving him a hard time in the series. Anyway, listen, the panel will go really fast, a lot faster than you think. So this is a Q&A, short amount of time together. I just want to open up to you guys. Ask me anything. It doesn't matter what it is. There are no stupid questions. I'll ask you stupid questions if you want. Okay? But anything that you want to know about me, you want to know about voice acting, if you want to know about the industry, or whatever it is, let her rip. Okay? You, sir.
Can you say as Richard from Tales of Graces F? I am the Mask of Verona! In times of trouble, turn to me!
I don't remember all of that, but yes, I am the Mask of Verona! One of my favorite times, actually was recording the little skit series at the end of that, And literally, I couldn't do it and without all other people on the other side of the glass, the producers and the director, like just breaking up and cracking up the whole time. It was funny.
And my second question, for this game, I did recognize your voice because I played Blaze Blue first, so I was like, okay, this guy is the same as Jin Kisaragi.
Yeah.
And this is also related to voice acting. How come in some project you're credited and in some you're not?
That's a great question. If you didn't hear it, what he asked me is, how come in some projects I'm credited and sometimes you're not? And you know, it has a lot to do with silly unions. And sometimes sometimes it's just a production company that's working on it. They don't necessarily want to give credits for it. It has nothing to do with our choice, whatnot. It's just kind of you just go with the flow at that point in time, unless you request it. If you request a credit and say, hey, listen, you know, this is a project I specifically want credit for. You know, sometimes they'll acquiesce, but sometimes there are production companies that do a game they don't simply want to list credits.
That's sad.
I guess it is a little bit sad. Okay, anybody else? You, right?
Yeah, my question is there in Los Angeles, is there a specific union for voice actors or is it part of SAG?
It's all part of SAG after. It's now, the unions,
one thing.
yeah, now they've combined and they're actually one thing. What the Screen Actors, the SAG is the Screen Actors Guild. AFTRA stands for the American Federation of Radio and TV Artists. And it kind of encompasses, both of those unions have now combined. So if you're doing voiceover work for television, if you're doing voiceover work for video games, or radio or TV commercials, they will often fall under those unions, those union contracts. So, yeah.
Between commercial, TV, radio, anime, video games, what's your favorite kind of voice acting and why?
My favorite kind of voice acting, and that's actually a good question, because a lot of times people don't know that most of the time you're going to hear me going, Kmart, lowest sale prices every time. You just don't know it's me, you know? Because the fun stuff is the stuff that we all enjoy. So I think, obviously, for me, it's going to be doing the voice acting for the animation, anime specifically, and video games are a blast to work on. Very, very different, but it's fun for me to get in and just lose it, you know? And, you know, play crazy characters like Mr. Kisaragi. And, you know, those of you who aren't familiar with that series, Jin Kisaragi is a
Nutcase.
nutcase, exactly. He's a guy who has a strange obsession with his brother.
What? That's an understatement.
A slight understatement. But, you know, getting to go in there and go crazy with those characters and, you know, playing a character like Grimjaw, Jaggerjack, you know, just a jerk. You know, the guy's just a mean guy, and he has his own agenda, and he's a total badass, and I just love, you know, getting to go into the sound recording booth and just embody that and go nuts with it. So, but the other stuff is, pays the bills, so it's good. Pays well. Go ahead.
Do you ever find yourself expressing yourself or keeping the mannerisms of a character after the project is done? You know, walk out of the booth and just feel like, I'm still in the zone.
If you didn't hear her, what she asked me is if I ever find myself after recording a character, if I find myself still stuck in that character when I leave. I can't say that happens too often when I am, you know, just walking around at the gas station and going, gotta find me a Soul Reaper, you know. Not necessarily something that happens too often. You put it on when you're in the sound booth and
Probably a good thing.
yeah, probably wouldn't be a good idea to, you know, go home and see your family and I'll kill you. You know. What was that?
Getting stopped by the cops.
Yeah, exactly. And I see your driver's and license. I'll kill you. I'm the Mask of Verona! You can't give me a speeding ticket! Anybody else? Right in the back?
Anything you're particularly ashamed of?
You know, I got asked that question before, and I can't really say that there's anything that I've done voiceover-wise that I'm ashamed of. You know, most of the time, you know, you pick pretty good projects and audition for good projects and that's the part. But no, I mean, most of the stuff I'm pretty pleased with. And the great thing is that if it's a project and you're not into it and it's something that you don't want to do, be it a TV campaign, be it or you know something that you just disagree with, whatever it is, you don't have to audition for it. So that's kind of a benefit of working in this industry. Yeah.